Welcome to Core Content Today for January 31st, 2023. This is a show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of core content right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, these are my opinions. If you want to find out more about these, check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to these in the first pinned comment and in the show notes. There you can read about them for yourself and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. So as more people join us for our family vacation down here, I am being shoved farther and farther into corners. So apologize about the change of scenery. I'm looking forward, enjoying the vacation, but also looking forward to getting back into the house and office here soon. With that said though, hey, before we get into the news of the day, could you do me a big favor? Could you help us grow? Could you help me support my family? Just hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support this channel. Hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, starting off with a deal of the day. This is a really good one. Now, the Fire TV Stick, the HD version for qualifying customers, is on sale for just $19.99. I'm not fully sure exactly how Amazon decides who qualifies for this and who doesn't, but if you do qualify for it, it's just $19.99. That's $20 off the Fire TV Stick HD version. The 4K is really nice, but if you have a kid's TV, whatever, you just want a cheap streaming players so they can go watch their favorite YouTube videos or whatever it may be. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Check this out. Link and info about how to find out if you qualify in the show notes down below. All right, let's dive into the news of the day. Dish is cracking down on pirate IPTV services. Well, our pirate IPTV services, it is, in short, an illegal live TV streaming service that somebody puts up, charges you some money, gives you all kinds of pirated content at cheap prices. Now, Dish went after last year the owner of Nitro TV, which at the time was one of the bigger ones. It's one that I'd heard a lot about, and won a $100 million judgment against the owners of it, who for whatever reason decided not to fight it. Dish went digging around looking for the money, didn't fully come up with it, and now is asking the court to hand over the house of the owners. They claim that the roughly $1 million house was paid for mostly by pirated or money earned from the pirated service. The owners are of course fighting that. They don't want to lose their home. So it'll be interesting to see how this happens. Dish has been one of the leaders, and they've been extremely aggressive in cracking down on pirated IPTV services, going after the owners and a whole lot more. Recently it even became more of a criminal offense. You can actually face criminal prosecution rather than civil in these types of cases. So we'll keep a close eye on this, but Dish has been one of the leaders in this. They're not alone. There are other companies in this ace conglomerate, but Dish has definitely been one of the most vocal, one of the most aggressive parts of it. And don't look for that to stop. They are targeting illegal services. They want that shut down, and they're going to continue to go after the people, not just to shut them down, but to collect the damages they've won. And so far, they've racked up some pretty big wins. We'll see what happens with all this. All right, the Yes Network. Yes Network is a regional sports network in the greater New York area. Is going to be offering an in-market direct-to-consumer option. Now, we've known that for a while, but now we're hearing a report from the New York Post that's going to launch in late March 2023, subject to change. We're still over a month away from that. Things change. Could be earlier, could be a little bit later, but it seems like they want to get this out in time for Major League Baseball to get at least most of the season covered by their in-market service. Now, one of the main complaints about cord cutting has always been the fact that regional sports networks, Bally Sports, NBC Sports, and Yes Network, to name a few of them, are very hard to actually get your hands on. Now, though, it's becoming increasingly easier. Bally Sports has it, even though it's $20, a lot of people don't like that part of it, an in-market streaming service. If you're a sports fans will pay it though. The reality here is most networks have been dropping these channels, or most cable and, no, I don't know about cable, most streaming services and some cable like Dish have been dropping regional sports networks, complaining that they're crazy expensive and they're one of the least watched channels. If you're a sports fan, you care a lot about it. If you're not a sports fan, if you're not an NBA, MLB, or NHL fan, you probably don't care, to be honest with you. I'm a sports fan, but I'm living without it. So more and more are coming here. Now, Yes Network does have a joint partnership with Amazon. Let me see here. Amazon owns about 15% of it and is already streaming some in-market games on Amazon Prime there. So it'll be interesting to see if this partnership works with Amazon. Because see, at minimum, being an Amazon channel where Amazon comes and offers their content as a subscription service inside the Amazon channel, or at least powers it through their AWS service to power the streaming service. But one more great win for cord cutters, one more thing that wasn't available in the past is becoming available in 2023 as regional sports networks are finally going direct to consumer, and I expect that to become a bigger option in the years to come. All right, in the world of things that we kind of knew were going to happen, it was confirmed yesterday from an internal memo from Paramount that Showtime and Paramount Plus will merge and be rebranded sometime later on in 2023. The top tier, the premium tier of Paramount Plus will add Showtime content. No word on any pricing changes. I would actually be surprised if they do a big price change here. I suspect that this will be a better deal than getting both of them separate. But they'll merge them together. They'll do some rebranding. I don't think the name Paramount Plus with Showtime is going to stick. That's kind of what they're running with. I think something else is going to rebrand that. But this is a big move. It increasingly shows that these premium add-on channels, Showtime, Epix, Stars, and more, are just not going to make it. I even think eventually HBO is just not going to be a dedicated live channel. It's going to be a subscription on-demand service through HBO Max or wherever they rebrand it to once Discovery merges into it for their Discovery Plus service. The reality is there's just no reason to have a 24/7 channel airing some original content, but mostly older movies. If I want to watch an older movie, I'm going to sit down on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, etc., and pick a movie. I'm not going to go and pay just to say, oh, I'm halfway through the Star Wars movie. Why don't we sit down and watch the Star Wars movie, even though it's already half over? That's just not what people want to do anymore. So leave me a comment. Are you excited? Would this make you more likely to subscribe to Paramount Plus? Of all those new services, the pluses, the Discovery Plus, Peacock, etc., I think the Paramount Plus has got kind of a good model going. They're doing some good things over there. I'm kind of excited to see what they do in the end. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, if you are a fuboTV subscriber, you may have noticed your local CBS vanished. Over 100 markets lost their local CBS. Now, we talked about this earlier that CBS was renewing its contract with fuboTV. Now it seems like most of the big name companies, at least, were very unhappy with the deal. So how this works is Paramount as a company can negotiate on behalf of the regional, the companies out there that offer local CBS, and then they get to say we like that deal or we don't like that deal. Well, the truth is most didn't like that deal, and over 100 markets went dark and replaced with a national feed of CBS. These include ones owned by Nexstar, Tenga, Sinclair, and Scripps, to name a few of them. Now, here's the deal. If you'll still get all the national programming if you live in one of these markets, but when it comes to local programming, CBS will replace that with some CBS News content, a national news show airing during the local news hour. And then CBS will air other programming too. So, in short, this is interesting. fuboTV has reportedly had some money problems. I'm sure Paramount's trying to strike a deal to kind of help them out a little bit here, and locals didn't like it. So what the details are, we don't know. Was it a pay cut? Probably just not as much of a pay hike as they wanted, maybe. We'll have to see. But if you have fuboTV, did your local go dark? If so, where? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'll love to hear from you. All right. Hulu strikes a deal to keep Fox content. Now, this one confused some people because Hulu's owned by Disney, 90-some% or whatever, majority owned by Disney. And then Fox programming, 21st Century Fox, was sold to Disney. Well, the thing here with that is this. Hulu actually, or Fox, the networks, your broadcast TV is actually still independent. That is an independent company owned by the same owners that own Fox for, it seems like, forever. What is happening here is their primetime content, that new stuff that they own the streaming rights. Even though they may not produce it all, they may be buying it from other people, they buy also the ability to stream it. So Hulu has to strike a deal with Fox to get their primetime content. The new season of The Simpsons, not the back catalog of The Simpsons, the new one, for example, is what's happening here. Details were not disclosed, but this will bring or mean that Fox's primetime content, next day episodes of new seasons of Fox shows, for instance, The Cleaning Lady, Hell's Kitchen, Lego Masters, 911, The Simpsons, and more, will come to Hulu the next day, just like it always has. But I wanted to clear that. Just because Disney bought 21st Century Fox doesn't mean they own the Fox locals. And the primetime content on Fox is owned by the Fox network, or at least the rights to it is, and they get the right to resell the next day streaming. So keep that in mind. But good news if you have Hulu. It keeps a lot of that content there. All right, last up of the day, we have a breakdown of the top 10 free Roku channels according to Roku of 2023. We're going to break all those down in a video later, but a few quick ones: the Roku channel, fuboTV, ABC News, the Weather Nation, and more, all mixed at the top. Do you have a favorite live or a free channel on Roku? Leave me a comment, let me know. It may appear in a future video. If you want to find out all the free channels that Roku say are the top 10, check out the post in the show notes down below. Well, there you go. That's it for today. If you could, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Sorry about the crazy low quality video here. We're very excited to be down here enjoying some warm weather with my family, as it's like 8 degrees back up in Michigan. But we'll be back in the office before you know it. Until then, take care, be safe. We'll talk to you all tomorrow.